and it works now. There we go. Would you recommend any platform in particular for or for multi-streaming? I use some weird Japanese plugin. I don't even know what it's called. It's like multi-stream for Kevin knows what it is. He could tell you. He's here. No, it's not. It's not even Atom though. It's not though, right? Is it? Are we using Atom? I guess we are. Yeah, so you just use this. There's an app called AITUM. Yeah, we're not even. That's right. We changed it over, so we're not even using that weird. There's so many free options to multi-stream. I don't know why I ever thought I would pay like Restream or Streamlabs. They have good services. Don't get me wrong, but like, there's utterly no reason to. Utterly no reason to use them, actually. Dude, it's insane how many like apps and stuff there is these days for like streaming. I know this sounds like a Hey You Kids moment, but like, dude, in like 2012, the only stuff that there was like, I remember Dan's Gaming bought this like $10,000 or $15,000 thing that on like the top of your screen, like over here, it just showed subs, and it was like this person is subbed and this person is subbed, and it had like a record of the subs, which is like it's like a browser input today for free in Streamlabs. It's actually so crazy how different it is. There's so many things you can do on like for multi-streaming. Actually, so many things. It's crazy to me that people are still not multi-streaming. Like they have any excuse to multi-stream. It's so good.
Turn left.
Were you able to fix the colors on the Excalibur desktop version? I saw the infographic. You can fix it today. I have it up. Like it's ready for the stream. I guess probably the palette isn't fixed actually. Let me see. But I don't actually. I think it's actually harder to fix on the desktop version. Yeah, multiple RTMP was the one that I was.
Keep right.
It was against TOS for the longest time. Yeah, that's the problem. Maybe they didn't catch the memo.
Turn right.
How are you doing? Life is good? Yeah, life is great, man. No complaints whatsoever. Like, literally no complaints. Would you ever do an in-depth breakdown on how Kai Cenat amassed his streaming success? Yes, I'm extremely interested in doing that. Yeah, I will at some point. Are most streamers just too lazy to multi-stream? Lazy or dumb, yeah. Like, they don't understand that... well, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that have been advocating that multi-streaming is bad. Particularly like big influencers that have done it, that have done a huge disservice to the community. They've basically been like, oh yeah, like multi-streaming fragments your audience, it's really bad, but these are not like people that actually have any of the data. They're just, like, you know, they're like the content creators that just create content about creating content to make money because that's how they create content. Those people, okay? Those people. And they have no actual data on how it works. And they're like, multi-streaming is bad. Multi-streaming fragments your audience. And that's been a huge rumor. Like, the amount of annoyance I've had to go through just because of those people is immense, man. Like, they don't have the data. So it's very frustrating to deal with them. Because there's objective... Was Ludwig anti-multi-streaming? Ludwig had a weird... But no. I'm not willing to... I don't care. Like, I'll shout out people that did it. I don't think Ludwig was anti-multi-streaming, but he said it in a weird way that made it negative. That made it like he did a really annoying thing where like he said it in a way that made it look bad, but in reality it was like centric to his own brand. Where he's like, for me, I don't want a multi-stream because of these reasons.
Turn left.
But it made it look like nobody should do it by the way that he like voiced it. That was annoying. Yeah. But I'm referring more to like the prevailing opinion of like people that create YouTube videos that are like, oh yeah, multi-streaming is bad. Lud said you can't become the next Kai Cenat or IShowSpeed, and you can't become a top with multi-streaming. Yeah, was that the take? That's such a that's such a bad take. As far and like the thing is, like, I'm cool with Ludwig, right? Like, he would be fine with me saying this stuff. But because like we all have our opinions. But that's wrong. That's super wrong. This guy gonna message me?
Keep left, then continue straight. Go straight.
What do you think Ludwig's reasoning is? He just doesn't have the data. So like, that's the thing is like, if you're listening to a single content creator, which is everybody, right? Like pretty much, the problem is that that person only has perspective from their own brand, which like it's useful. Like, don't get me wrong, right? It can be useful, but the problem is that like that person doesn't have a data-driven perspective usually, right? I'm gonna mess with my camera one second. I don't like how far over the mic goes.
Go straight.
That looks way dumber. Okay, just kidding. We're gonna do that. Okay. Maybe I don't like this thing. Harris Heller was the same situation. Literally verified person of one. And so like sometimes this is my whole problem with Alex Hormozy, right? That philosophy that's like, oh, here's what's good for me, and so it's good for you. And it's like, dude, Ludwig makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and he's guaranteed to turn on his stream, and for any reason, 12,000 people will watch him. Like, he can be watching Skibidi Toilet on repeat, and he'll get 12,000 people. So that's not relevant to a huge number of creators. But basically, like, unless you're a data-driven person, like, and I keep saying that word because it's like, if you have, I don't know, 2,000 creators, 20,000 creators, in our case, like how many people we work with, like we can unequivocally say that the data shows that multi-streaming is good. And I'll explain that more, but my guy is here. Hang on. Hello. No collabs, no. Hi, I'm good, thank you. Sorry, when I said my guy is here, I meant I'm not gonna have him on the stream. I'm just, some people are helping me level my necromancer while I stream today, so I can get him to raids tomorrow. I just have to log him in. You got a real guy to level your necromancer? Do you think that Elon levels his own Diablo 4 characters? I just think about my cost per hour of doing that. Is a Twitch adpocalypse coming? Yeah, I think so. I think it's already here, and people are about to hear about it, from what I hear in the trenches. Okay. What about the enjoyment of it? The enjoyment's not in leveling. I'm not like really as sad as it sounds these days, chat. I really have very, very little time to play games. I wish it was sorry, just a sec, setting this up. Yeah, sadly, I have so little time to play games, man. I used to play games like 5-6 hours a day when I was just running Novo, and it was awesome. But nowadays, I'm lucky to have like barely 20 minutes, but usually not even that, just because the content creation side of things takes so much time. I wish there was a way to like normalize that, but the problem is that basically everything you create in content creation is you, right? So like there isn't like really a realistic way to like lower that amount of time invested. We already have like a great team and everything, but it's just like ideation, creation of things, and it's also like all kinds of forms of content. But it's okay. Like I hope that what I'm doing with the content creation is useful to people. And like I came back all because like I wanted to add value. I wish I could get some gaming time in there. I guess it's also that like Novo is like crazy busy too, because we onboarded 2 clients, and we normally onboard like 2 clients a year. We onboarded like 2 clients in like the last month, and then I'm restructuring my whole staff again now too. Like I have to like restructure my whole staff. So there's a lot going on, I guess. Like, yeah, you're your biggest bottleneck. What do you think about X as a main platform for content creation? I am a huge fan of long form content right now. I'll explain that a little bit better, but let me make sure this dude's all set up. Yo, thank you, Andy, very much for the sub, man. I appreciate you. Thank you a ton. Roughly how big is Novo? 10 inches? Like, what are you asking? What do you mean? Big enough to fit in your body? I mean, I don't know. What are you asking? Like, oh, staff size? Well, we are down from 17 full-time people at the beginning of this year to like less than 5. And then we have about 40 contractors now. And then if you count the influencers, it's like hundreds and hundreds of people that we pay, right? But I'm probably going to drop that number down too. So in 2024, I reduced my staff by like 80%.
Go straight.
But we 5x'd our revenue. So thank you, Omar, for the follow, man. So I'm just waiting for this guy to get set up, and then we're good to go. Square footage. What's the reason behind the staff reduction? We're just getting way more efficient. Like, we're just getting like way more effective in what we do. AI was a big part of it. Like, AI is like really carrying a lot of it. Just a sec. Just a sec, sorry. It's gonna take a few minutes for this. We're just becoming way more efficient in what we do. Also, a big thing is that we just moved over full-time employees to contractors, because frankly, contractors are way better in every single way. So we've moved from like full-time account executives and like people to like the Philippines and Thailand, and our experience employing those people is like way better than keeping an American staff.
Go straight.
I talked a little bit about this last stream, no? Based on what you've seen, do you think more layoffs are coming in the gaming and tech industry? Way more. Yeah.
Right.
Way more.
Then continue straight.
A lot of people seething about people losing jobs when a lot of companies hire for stupid and unnecessary positions. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, I think it's a huge problem. Are you gonna make any more videos about AI? No. people, so AI is like politics. People can't have a mature conversation about it. And I'm so sick of the fact that there are these topics. It annoys me so much. But people put AI in the same. So, like, for example, if I A/B tested AI thumbnails and got like 40 comments on my videos that are like, "You dogs supporting AI art, like fuck you, like blah blah blah" type of stuff, and wait 5 minutes. Okay, all right,
De Whopper. 100% flame grilled beef. Verse sla, tomaat, uien. Nu lekkerder dan ooit.
It's like nobody can have a conversation about AI in like a mature way, so we're just not going to have that conversation. The same reason I can't talk about politics on this stream. It's annoying. Like, it's actually beyond annoying, but what can you do, man? It's sad too because I have like I have a pretty unique perspective on AI because we're actually using it, right? Like, there's so many AI bros that are like, oh, this and this and this, and it's like we're running 200,000 queries a day, so it's like I could probably put a lot of authority behind it, but whatever. Do you think people are scared about the potential of AI? Which chat do you read more? I read. I mean, I read both because it just all appears on my screen. So actually, there's no difference between YouTube and chat as far as yeah, and Twitch as far as I see it. But I respect YouTube chat more, frankly. they just did this post more relevant shit. Sorry, like, but I will answer anything that's good. Any good type of thing. Yeah. I don't know if it's like fear. It's a combination of a couple of things. Like with like, it is very reminiscent of like the printing press type argument where it's like a lot of it is legitimate, right? Like whenever you have a situation where something is scary, like there's a justifiable reason behind like where it's why it's scary. Like AI is really terrifying. It's a very scary thing. So some people are in like denial and they'll be like, oh, LLMs are like not that powerful. They're super limited. Like they're not going to ever be capable of doing X, Y, and Z, even though like we've already seen coding jobs like fall off a cliff, like tech jobs fall off a cliff, like things like that, like already that's a huge impact. Copywriting jobs, like there's so many jobs that have already been impacted by AI, and AI is like in its infancy. And then there's like people that are just like angry. They're like, oh, like AI is not like original or whatever. And my whole argument is game is game, right? That's the, by the way, that's the slogan of this channel. The Devin Nash channel is game is game. It's just game is game. Like you can say you don't like it. You can say you don't like AI, or you could be like, oh, blah, 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 we're going to oppose it. You can try to do legislation, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. It's here, right? Like there's nothing that's going to stop it. And one of the things that I've been wanting to make a video about for a long time is the prevalence of character AI. I think there's a little bit of it in the news now. Oh, I got invited to my group. Okay, here we go. There's a little bit of it in the news now because somebody actually committed suicide as a result of character AI, but the vast majority of people still don't have any understanding of how many people have already been onboarded like full-time to character AI. It's actually crazy how many people have that, like how fast people have adopted it, and so people think that it's like this outside possibility that we're going to have these like robot friends that we're talking to like 24/7. It's already here. They're not the demographic yet. But the problem that I run into with people is like, and I guess the position I don't want to be in is I don't want to be convincing people that something is real when they're telling me it's not real and I'm using it in real time, right? I'm not interested in that. Like I'm interested in having like really informed discussions about interesting issues. So if people can't handle the AI conversation and they're just going to ad hominem and like stuff like that, like, it's like, well, it's not worth me going over it. You know what I mean? I remember you mentioned AI boyfriends the other day. Yeah, I will be making a full video about AI boyfriends and girlfriends. And, like, I'll be showing a lot of the stats on it and how crazy it is. Every new model released is more impressive than the last, with Flux being the scariest one. Have you seen something more impressive than Flux? Yeah, I mean, we're in we're in the earliest alphas possible for OpenAI. So I see stuff that is blowing my mind. Yeah, that I'm obviously under NDA. But didn't you help Emma with hers? Yeah, we did. Have you personally tried your own AI boyfriend? I really should if I had more time. I would set up a Superman boyfriend. Speaking of, do you guys want to see something really cool? Literally no one's gonna care about this. But I'm going to show you anyway, because we're just waiting for this guy to set us up on EverQuest. So I got a thing from somebody, and it's super awesome. I'll show you guys. So this is a Kingdom Come Superman. I don't know if he's in focus. His face is really realistic, but you can't really see it. There you go. Yeah. And he's like, it's like pure fabric. Everything's like movable. It's super cool. For people that don't know, Superman is my favorite hero. I know he's unpopular these days, and that's why I don't talk about it that often. But it's super cool, and so I've got him now. And then he goes next to. So this is like a limited edition, like super realistic, like Kingdom Come Superman. It's one of the best comics from DC about Superman. And then I have him next to Super Saiyan Goku, who has like a little platform that he stands on here next to my desk. My two favorite heroes of all time. Like basically the people that like literally defined my childhood and life. So I just want to show you guys that. It's special to me. I know nobody cares, but super cool. How do you think DC should have done him better? Oh, dude, that's such a long conversation. Nobody wants that conversation on this chat. They just want business stuff. That's such a long conversation. And it's also, a lot of it was also like the times. Man of Steel was actually like a really good Superman movie, and Henry Cavill was the guy to do it too. But like BVS and the other stuff was so fucking bad. Nobody has managed to capture Superman like he is in the comics on in cinema. Like cinema has, and that's the problem, is like Marvel captured the world, and then DC like failed to do it. They failed to transition from comic books to cinema. DC is so much better at storytelling than Marvel is, but they didn't ever translate that to cinema. Like there's like almost no good DC movies. Like the problem is what Superman represents for people, and I think a lot of people don't realize like what an insane influence Superman has had on American society, at least from what, like even like as far as like back as like the 1950s, when he's like archetypally he is a person who shows us that no matter what our circumstances are, we can always aspire to be the best we can be. And so he, like Superman in my life has served as like an incredible moral compass and like a source of inspiration. But most people in this chat's experience of him is either a very bad movie or Injustice, which is worse, which is like evil Superman, right? Like, and so both of those like methods of storytelling like really demean the character, unfortunately. And so it's like you're in such an uphill battle as a Superman fan these days. It's the worst time ever to be a Superman fan. Oh, okay. You know what did it well? A really good Superman, I was very surprised, was Superman and Lois on CW, but nobody watched that either because it's a drama. And it was really annoying. There's a lot of like really annoying parts of it too.
Go straight. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Here we are, kind of on time.
All right, hang on one second. We are almost done, chat. Sorry. Not to get too political, but he was a huge inspiration for a persecuted demographic when he was conceived. I don't know about that.
Let's go.
All right, we're good. Okay, we're good. Neat. Actually, okay, so my contention is that if Justice League, whatever the movie was, what was the movie? The movie after Man of Steel, before Batman and Batman versus Superman could not be saved. That movie was terrible. But the and the premise was terrible too. The whole thing was terrible. It's like one of the worst things ever that happened to DC. But what was the movie that was the Justice League movie? Might have just been called Justice League. Well, anyway, that movie, if that had been released uncut, and it was just the whole movie, it would have done way better in theaters. Do you have a favorite Marvel character? Doctor Strange. Yeah, for sure. Easy. So I was actually surprised that I was super surprised that how good Superman and Lois was as a Superman fan, and like it's actually really good. Tyler like super pulled off that role. That is the best depiction of Superman we have in like film and cinema, in any kind of like film and TV so far, probably. It's like the right writing, it's like the right character. Thanks a lot for the sub, appreciate you, man. Favorite Dragon Ball character apart from Goku? Gohan, but when he was in the Cell Saga, yeah.
Keep left, then turn left.
What about Doctor Strange do you like? Endless quest for self-improvement is very cool. CW did everything they could with the Superman show. I don't know, like, unless, so the way that I look at it is that Superman Legacy in 2025 will bring back Superman into the public, or it'll bury him for like another decade or so. Movies have it so tough right now. I don't know if you guys feel the way that like I feel about this. Cinema is in such a, I love cinema. I'm such a huge cinema fan. I used to go to movies like every single week pretty much. And I would see everything that was coming out. And now I might go like once every 4 or 5 months. Like movies are so bad now. It's insane how bad they are. It's crazy. And TV shows aren't much better. Like everything is messed up in Hollywood. The writing, the storytelling, like just remaking everything over and over again. I'm not convinced. Like the best movies that have come out in the past like 2 years is literally just Dune. Like Dune 1 and 2 in the last like 5 years are the only movies that have come out that have any kind of like actual cinematic quality. Even Christopher Nolan hasn't made something like incredible. Yeah, almost all of them are Nolan films. Oh, Oppenheimer was good. You guys are right. Yeah. You're right. Actually, 100% Oppenheimer was incredible. But it's kind of crazy there's like one guy carrying American cinema right now. I didn't even like Dune 2. Dune 2 was incredible. Dune 2 is such a good movie.
Then continue straight. Go straight.
What's your opinion on Invincible? Very good. If you're into the superhero genre, everybody should watch. I'm done with Marvel at this point. I was done after the Kang, like the Kang Dynasty saga, and how all that messed up. Did you see the Dungeons and Dragons movie? I saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I believe it's a very good movie. Actually, don't care if it's a supervillain take. Actually, really underrated, super good movie for D&D nerds, and even to some extent, people that are not D&D nerds. If you watch the combat in that movie, it was like all done in like 6-second rounds, just like Dungeons and Dragons. It's actually so good. I don't want to spoil like a lot of it, but yeah, like if you like, it's so realistic to D&D. It's actually crazy. I was done with the MCU after Phase 4, realistically after Strange 2. Yeah, Strange 2 was, fuck. Strange 2 is so bad. Yeah. That's a good time to be done. Like the Scarlet Witch-esque era type of thing, and now into like Agatha All Along and like all that shit. I can't be fucked. Like Madam Web, Agatha All Along, the Eternals, get me out of here. Like the shit is physically painful at this point. Just like I've heard the Penguin is good. Yeah, I've heard it. I will watch it. If you could play a reoccurring character on a television show, what traits do you have? This is going to be like a really dumb answer, but I think that we need like more good role models, male or female. Obviously, I'm male, so I'll speak from that perspective, but I think we need good role models in like TV and cinema. I think most men come off as like dolts these days. Like go watch like Rings of Power or something, like, you know, a bad show. Every male is like portrayed to be like super fucking useless and like like usually like working for a girl boss or something. So I'd like to see like more like CW actually did Superman really well in showing like Tyler as like a family man who has to struggle with like a lot of like moral quandaries and like issues and things like that. I'd probably make a character that like had the legitimate like Joseph Campbell hero's journey. Be really good. I'm super sick of seeing super weak male role models in shows. I miss like Aragorn. I miss like that kind of energy. I also miss good female leads too. Like I think that like I miss like the like Sarah Connors from like Terminator, and I miss like really powerful female leads. That's gone too. So it's a problem on both sides. I speak more to the male perspective because that's what I am. But the female perspective is like you get like role models like Rey Skywalker who don't earn anything, right? They're just literal Mary Sue's, the most powerful Jedi in the world for no reason, and like they don't have like a storied history, like legit role models. Like it's so fucking frustrating to watch those movies, and like everybody that loved these franchises and they don't understand like these people don't understand the archetypal stories of these people. Yeah, it's very, very annoying. Uma Thurman is a perfect example of a great female lead in Kill Bill. Yeah, like super, super good example, right? Like every step of her story is earned. Every single step of her story, or like and all of her trials are earned up until the like point of like the whole like culmination of the movie. Phenomenal female role. Yeah, another good example of like I super miss. Penguin was solid. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Penguin for sure. Yeah, Rings of Power is like, well, okay, so I was like done with Lord of the Rings reboots, um, and like from the Hobbit movies, Gohan doesn't work as hard as Goku for his power ups. Yeah, and he's incredibly weaker than Goku because of that. That truth is reflected in the entire Dragon Ball series. Do you know anything about like what you're talking about? So like the fact that Gohan chooses to study and chooses to like not pursue training is a huge factor all the way through Super, all the way through his adult life that affects him and costs him so much, right? Because he didn't put the work in to like be that person. Isn't Gohan like the most powerful today because of Beast? Um, I don't know. Canonically, like right now, I guess, yeah. But like, you know, Goku will get somewhere. In reference to UGC, do you think VTuber males would be able to find traction? Yeah, for sure. I need to do more. Oh my god, I forgot something. Hang on one second. Oh my god. All right, we're good. Isn't Sakuno a VTuber? Is he? Hi. Um, the 1099 contract thing is whatever. Like that's just something you send at the end of the year. If you pay somebody $600 or more, As far as deliverables go, the mistake that I made this month that's going to cost me a lot of time is I was keeping inventory of all of the projects that my editors did. And what I'm going to do next month is I'm going to just give them a sheet that they can fill out with all of the stuff that they've done so that they can basically just invoice me and pay them. That's the big mistake that I made this month, so I'm fixing that. And I know that too, like, but sometimes it doesn't cross over. As far as deliverables go or things like that, it's just just to have constant, like, I don't know. I'm a real believer in like having editors that are actually going to be on your real team, and if you are and like are going to be like rewarded and compensated in that way too. So I don't really think of like editors as employees. They're like more like collaborators. Would you say it's always better to have your face on content? Actually, if you look at thanks Brian for the membership, man. Appreciate you. Actually, if you look at all the stats on all the data on channels, the channels with no face, just like faceless channels, both on Twitch and on YouTube outperform the channels like this, like with like a face. But I actually couldn't tell you why. I that's just what the data says. But and the data's right. But you at a macro level, you shouldn't think like that, because if you think about things in terms of like, oh, like it's something like it's probably like 6 to 8% better to have a faceless channel. But if you base your entire thing on that, then it's not authentic to you, then like you're making a bad decision. So you should always do things that are authentic to you. But you should know that both things work is probably the way to think about it. When did that change? We ran that study a long time ago, something like 2019 or 2020, and it was pretty unequivocal. So it's just been that way for a long time. What about No Face versus VTuber versus Old School Static Mascot? I don't know. We didn't run that data, man. Sorry. Did that apply with UGC? No. I think you'd be pretty hard. Good question. I think you'd be pretty hard pressed to get UGC to a place where to convince brands. Oh fuck, we got ads. Okay, we're gonna run ads for a sec, and then we'll keep going. Did you see my feedback on your strategy video regarding cross-posting your articles from X to LinkedIn to YouTube community posts? Were you the one that told me that I should do YouTube community posts as well as my articles? I have an article I want you guys to read, actually. I'll put it up on screen after the ads. If that was your argument, I think you're right, and I'm all in on that. Sorry, I'll be right back. We're gonna have to wait for the ads. So I'll be like 1 minute. 1 sec. 10 seconds. A 100%, we've seen amazing data from YouTube community posts. YouTube is pushing our posts to non-subscribers. It's great free traffic. Completely agree. Completely agree. Here, let me show you guys this article. I'll read it to you, and you guys can tell me if you think I should post this. It's a pretty hot article. It's gonna catch a lot of shit, but I kind of want your guys' opinion on it before I post it. It's another one of the long form articles I've done, so I'll read it to you guys. You guys will be the first people to see it, and if you don't like it, I guess we won't post it probably. So I'm gonna start off. I'll read it here. So Twitch is in an advertising nightmare situation. Advertisers are leaving the website and not returning. Twitch has controversy after controversy and can't get its enforcement straight. I don't know if the website will survive long-term without serious changes. The solution to it is simple, brutal, and efficient. Ban all extremist, controversial, and political content, or none of it. But simple is not easy. To understand it and what is going on, we need to go back in time a bit. YouTube's own adpocalypse began in March 2017. Major advertisers discovered their ads were appearing alongside controversial extremist content. Sound familiar? A ton of key advertisers pulled ads from the platform, including AT&T, Pepsi, and others. The next 2 years were savage for YouTube. The website had to build an algorithm that could identify brand-friendly content against controversial content at scale. It wasn't always right at first. Dozens of creators were banned, sometimes for no reason. That still happens sometimes today. Building this system cost millions, thousands of hours, and countless controversies and risks, but today, YouTube is the most sophisticated ad network in the world. It keeps viewers happy by not serving them too many ads, mostly, and keeps advertisers happy by serving them ads on relevant, brand-friendly content. During the same period, Twitch was investing in their live CDN, content delivery network, and in broadcasting rights, content, and streamers. They paid $90 million to broadcast the Overwatch League. They signed multi-year partnerships with Riot Games to broadcast League of Legends, and they paid streamers like Ninja and Shroud also on contracts worth millions of dollars. None of this amounted to much, and it's safe to say that most of that money was wasted. Meanwhile, their ad system, the primary way for Twitch to make money, languished. If you want to buy ads on Twitch, you need to pay a high minimum, think $100,000 plus, and talk to someone physically there. The ads have limited and no targeting. Ads get served everywhere across the website, often to irrelevant or controversial streamers. Because ads are served everywhere, Twitch is only as good as its worst streamer. Maybe Twitch figured out that these problems would work themselves out if the content was good, but they didn't, and now the content is on the decline. Extremists on all sides run huge communities on the platform. Major and notable advertisers such as the ADL and the Big Six agencies are telling Twitch the current state of advertising isn't okay, and they're right, because Twitch didn't invest in ad targeting and good systems when they should have. They're now on the back foot compared to every other platform. Their ad inventory is getting cheaper because the quality of their website is declining, forcing them to run more cheap ads to appease Amazon. The increased ad inventory means viewers are sometimes getting served 8 ads at once when joining a stream, causing viewers to leave the platform, and so here we are. Twitch has always operated from fear. They were afraid of their websites would cannibalize their audience, Mixer, so they bought streamers. They thought YouTube would take their viewers, so they bought broadcasting rights, LCS and OWL. They thought big music would come for them, so they spent millions building libraries and licensing rights. Meanwhile, YouTube built systems to address these problems long-term. Instead, was willing to fail for years, knowing a better future was possible. Twitch is now in the unenviable situation. They've allowed high-risk brand streamers to be a significant percentage of their audience. The team responsible for enforcement, trust, and safety can't determine who should and shouldn't be on the platform. They can't do this because they're human and have inconsistent and, by some opinions, a malicious policy coming from the top. They insert their opinions and pick their favorites because that's what humans do. Twitch communities are outraged, justifiably, that certain streamers get to choose to stay on Twitch and others are permanently banned. Twitch has shoehorned themselves into a position of picking favorites. It can never work. The website quality will continue to go down. Advertisers will continue to leave. The choice ahead for DJ Clancy, that's the CEO, is clear to me. You must either ban all controversial or extremist content or none of it. And because a competitor already exists where all content is allowed and owns 10% of Twitch's audience, which is Kick, the choice is pretty clear. This means politics on all sides, hateful content, and so on. Some people may argue that this line is unclear. That was true in 2015 when we were figuring out advertising, but today it's very clear and these categories are well understood. You can see each level of what's controversial or not on YouTube's pages or when you upload a YouTube video. You can try forcing this content into categories, then demonetizing that content, but it's too far gone, and Twitch's Kingmaker system still throws that content to the top of discovery anyway. You can't fool advertisers, but this is a stopgap that might at least help temporarily. The worst place to sit, though, is in the middle, and that's the problem here, the waffling. By being half in on every decision, Twitch has managed to anger everyone, advertisers, viewers, and streamers. I don't care if it's a supervillain level take, but Twitch was much better as a gaming-focused website. It could have been the live streaming platform for everything, but again, the systems weren't built, and that ship has sailed to YouTube and TikTok. This is kind of fire, actually. We should post this. By removing all controversial content and bringing it back to gaming, music, and crafts, etc., you pull back in advertisers and your core audience. Your CPMs go back up, and you can serve less ads for more money. You appease Amazon and completely end the debacle that is selective enforcement of policy. Heal. I don't know if Twitch is willing to make those tough decisions. Along with the above, you probably need to massively cut staff. 500 last year was a start, but it's still bloated. Then you need to rebuild the trust and safety team, apply policy evenly to every broadcaster, and start working on true ad filtering. But it starts with banning all extremist and political content. Twitch has proven it's incapable of handling the responsibility of moderating their website. The line has to be drawn here. When you make extreme mistakes, you have to enact extreme solutions. I used to love people having good vibes and sharing epic moments together in gaming. I used to love the community. Fixing this would require ruthless executive oversight, but without it, we will continue to see the slow and sad decline so many people fell in love with in the past of the platform. So many people fell in love with in the past. What do you think? Did you write this? Yeah, of course I wrote it. That's why I'm reading it to you. Concise and clear argument, gonna get a lot of hate. Yeah, I think that's where it's at. $100% worth posting? Oh shit, okay, thanks. IMO remove, I don't care if it's a supervillain take. No, but I don't care it. Well, okay, let's see if it's stronger. Yeah, always see if things are stronger. If you can take things out. Nope, I think it's actually stronger with that in it. If you just say Twitch was much better as a gaming website, it doesn't add as much gravity as this statement. I think the statement does a lot of work. Why would you not want to post it? I don't know. I like, dude, I always kind of like am a little bit afraid of my own content, you know? So I'm human, you know? Like sometimes I don't feel like stuff is good enough, and like I just don't like, I don't know. Imposter syndrome. Your opinion would be enforced with some statistics if you can provide it. Stats on what? Everything is factual. Like I have tons of stats. I just show. I literally have numbers in here of like the ad spending, the amount of money that was spent, the times, and everything's right.
Exit left.
You always tell us to post even if it doesn't do well. I know, but I'm not good at following my own advice. This will go on X, LinkedIn, and YouTube community posts. Yeah. I actually don't know what the limit. We might not be able to do it on YouTube community posts, guys, because when are you thinking about posting it? Now. Let's see. I think there might be a character limit, like an insane character limit on. It might be like 5,000. Oh, it's not. God bless, dude. YouTube is so good. Yeah, so we can actually post the whole damn thing on community posts. Badass. I don't quite agree with the take. Yeah, that's totally fair. It's I'm not being controversial though to like, there's actually plenty of reasons to not do this. plenty of reasons not to do this. I could even steelman the argument against not doing this. But I actually think this is probably the only way that Twitch could go.
Recomputing. Turn right.
The YouTube video is meaningfully different than this post is. This post kind of explains why we're here. The YouTube video just explains that we are here. Why not publish an article like site on like Medium as well? Publishing this on Medium, unfortunately, is not even worth the time of clicking create post. Banning none of it is not really an option. Yeah, sadly, it's not. For people that understand what's going on. You can highlight that you have budget and that you cannot spend it on Twitch. I don't think my experience as an advertiser is relevant, or useful. I mean, it's relevant. But it's not useful.
And then turn right.
If someone doesn't read it, could be just because it's too long. Yeah, I don't care about that though. Like my demographic is not the Zoomers. Like, I'm not gonna put a guy playing Minecraft on the left, this long form post, somebody reading it, and then skibbity toilet on the right. I'm good. If people can't handle it, then that's fine. I just want to say wonderful shirt. Hey, thanks, boss. Love it. I love your writing. How come you don't compile everything you write on your own site? I don't know. I can't do everything, man. A full-time job is hard to do this stuff. It doesn't sound like it, but like just because I work full-time, writing something like this takes a lot of time. Writing is my favorite form of content creation. I think I'm also the best at writing. But like, unfortunately, it's like the hardest thing to make interesting for other people. Any new philosophy or ideology change after coming back to Twitch? Interesting question. What do you mean? Yeah, you're not watching Devin Nash because you're interested in the 30-second take on something. Nobody in here is watching for that. Is that why you're more insecure about it? Maybe. Yeah, actually, fuck. You're right. Yeah, it is. It is why. Shit, it's the one that I take most seriously as like my own soul. So yeah, it is. How did you get good with writing? I journal a lot. I think I just do a lot of it.
Take the second exit.
What is the highest conversion medium for a content creator in your opinion? What do you mean by conversion? Like conversion to what?
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Dr. K is on his alt account with that one? Yeah, seriously. To community members? Followers, subscribed, paid, unpaid? What? Like, if you're asking marketing questions, you've got to be very specific. Are you afraid to offend the Twitch CEO or something? No, no, absolutely not. That is not a problem. I'm good. No, you guys have convinced me to post it. We're gonna post it.
Rerouting.
Where's the meme? One of my favorite memes. Hold on. God, this meme is good.
Hey, listen. You didn't need to post that. Why? Why did you post it? It's too late now to delete it. Now we just have to live with it.
That's so perfect. Oh my god, I love that meme. I've been out of the loop for a while, so I don't quite understand the ins and outs, but isn't the best option for Twitch to follow their guidelines in good faith? They're incapable of doing that, unfortunately. Also, their guidelines are super subjective, so it just falls down to the opinion of the individual trusted safety person. Like, people are blaming Twitch, but you should never blame a corporation necessarily for like the mistakes it makes, like because it's not the people, it's the SOPs. Like that, or sorry, rather I poorly said. Like you should attack the corporation on the basis of its procedures, not on the basis of its people. Its people are just going to do what they're told. How do you deal with feeling overwhelmed with all the work you have to do? I feel like I can't even enjoy anything anymore because I feel like I'm wasting time even outside of work hours. I don't know what your job is. It is very hard for me right now to balance my work-life balance. Like I'm working way too much, so I don't have a good answer for you. I'm working way too much. Again, what is wrong with Medium? No discovery. What is the point? Can I ask you a question? Why should I post on Medium? Can you answer that? And then maybe that would be better than...
Get ready to turn left.
Maybe we could start there. Okay. I really like how Twitter has this like super long form feature now. Do this one. Okay. So, all right, that's right. Let's go. I work for Medium? There's no way he works for Medium, guys. There's no way he works for Medium. I don't think a legitimate argument for Medium being a discovery tool can be made in good faith. He says, touche, I post on Substack too and personally get more growth there. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Hey, Devin, which tipping platform is best to avoid chargebacks? Doesn't matter. You're going to get chargebacks if your community sucks no matter what. That's how it is. That's the rules. All right, is this formatted right? Dude, like 3 people are going to read this on Twitter. Actually, the engagement last time was so good. I was so impressed. But you know where posts like actually crushes LinkedIn? Unfortunately, this is too long for LinkedIn, so we're going to have to make like 2 posts, and I don't know how that's going to go. Even if I cultivated a good community, a random streamer can just screw me out over nowhere. Don't think about shit like that. You're wasting your fucking time thinking about shit like that. Just create content, bro. Don't think about the one guy that might charge you back for $10 because his mom finds out that he was spending money on you instead of, like, and stole his credit card. Like, that's not worth your time. Go think about how to make a good idea for, like, a video or something. Don't ever waste your time with that shit. If you're one of the like, you know, 3 people on Twitch ever that got donated $2,000, then yeah, probably wait 90 days before you spend that shit. But otherwise, like, you got to realize that so many people worry about dumb shit like that, and like, really, you should just be creating. People nowadays are copying the text and asking AI to summarize it, so maybe not all will read your words. I don't give a fuck. This is not for them. This is for me. I'm writing these thoughts because I want it to be in the world. I just want to make sure if there's... Oh, yeah, you know what we need to do? We need to bold stuff. How's that getting one guide? I just answered him twice. You guys are so silly. Okay. We're going to put this in bold. Blap. What else goes in bold? What did I bold here? Bold. Bold, bold, bold. What types of YouTubers do you think can benefit most from LinkedIn? I talk about this a lot on my Patreon, but people that are trying to be authorities on subjects or experts. A lot of people say that the way that you would properly do this, if you were trying to maximize growth on X, you would make this into like multiple different posts. But I actually don't give a shit. Do you have a business email to reach out to for prospective new clients? Like, what do you mean? Are you a talent? We're not a talent agency.
Turn left.
Yeah, I don't want to make a thread that's like 1 out of 600. Like, just if you're interested, read it. Don't care. I get it though, because like it's like to enable that feature where you need 5 million impressions over 90 days. So you kind of have to game like that, or just respond to everything. I am the founder of a Web3 consumer app. Oh, you want advertising? You can hit me up at devin@novo.tv. I don't, like transparently though, like I don't know if I'm taking any more clients this year.
Go
I'm so
straight.
busy. I'm kind of going insane. I'll look at it though, for sure. What does Unroll even do, Ali? It's a gaming predictions market? Oh, that's cool. Actually, yeah, you should email me. That sounds interesting. That sounds super cool. I already have like insane lists for that demo. Oh my god. Because I had to build for a similar one earlier in the year. Yeah, that's an interesting problem. Yeah, I'd like to hear about that. You know, do you think that streaming in the marketing industry on Twitch is viable? What? Like doing what I do? Probably not. There's too many people doing this. There's like Ludwig, Atrioc, me, Thor to some extent. All of us have like unique authority. You can do it if you have like unique authority on something. Sure. Like there's always enough room for people. Medium meaning media causes iPhone decided to say medium. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of what you said because I don't think that. Oh no, wait. Okay. Oh, sorry. You asked me a question. I meant what platform should I focus on if I already have a community I'm looking to expand? I truly want to follow your 1 mil challenge. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do, guy. I'm not sure who you are, what you do. Giving you specific advice is impossible. You have to join the mastermind, or like find some way to contact me directly if you're interested, or ask, or literally just tell me what you do here. Okay, I think we're ready to go on this one. This is probably everything I want to do. Send me your W2. What's your opinion on X being the main way to contact YouTube or Twitch on unfair bans? Twitch doesn't read X. YouTube creators is one of the ways that YouTube responds to bans, but you can also just literally contact a person live as a creator. You can literally just click a button that says talk to creator support and they'll give you an answer. So you could do it on X, and some people do that, but YouTube has like a lot of systems to do that. But if you're a partner, I'd be very surprised if you get a response from Twitch. Where do I contact you? Just transparently, bro, I'm super sorry, but I'm not a tutorial boss. Like I can't go, I don't have time to go through your brand with you. I don't mean that disrespectfully. Like I just do not have time. Super sorry. All right, so I want to do LinkedIn also, but I think LinkedIn's going to be like a really huge problem. That was a good line. I should use that line more. I'm not a tutorial boss. That's a good one. How the fuck do you create something on LinkedIn, man? I just want to make this. It's like posts and activity, and then do you still do spaces? Yeah, every Saturday. Every Saturday we do a like a spaces type thing. It's really, really valuable too. It's like legit really good. If you're looking for like to talk to me about something in long form, that's where to go probably. But That or consulting, but I'm booked out for consulting for like 3 months, probably. Let me see how I figure out how to post chat. Dun, 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 dun. And probably in the next like 2 months, I might just go insane and move to India or something. Never to be heard from again. I don't like working the hours that I'm working right now. It's like way too much. I just want to build my factory.
Go straight.
Dude, good lord, how do I post? Where's the post button? Oh. Is this it? Christ. Understandable. Seeing you do this has given me a sense of where I should be syndicating outside of Substack. Is there a reason you don't have a newsletter, or does Patreon email list kind of serve that function? I'm not a full-time content creator. I work 80 hours a week on a business. I can't do everything that's like optimal. That's why I don't have like newsletters, and I'm not on every single platform, and I'm not like cross-posting like $30,000 a month like Alex Hormozy. It's I'm literally a part-time clown for you guys. That's it. It disappeared. Okay, it's there. How much space do I have left? So we're still there. We will end on brand-friendly content. Imagine not being a full-time content creator in 2024. I know, right? See, look at that shit. Now, so what is the choice here? I guess the choice is you have to post another post. So I just say continue to next post. And then I probably go back and I edit it and I provide the link to that post. That's the answer, most likely. That's so stupid for LinkedIn. What they want to do is they want to make you write an article on LinkedIn. So the articles, if you go write an article, that is infinite length. But the problem with articles is they're not served on the post feed, so literally nobody ever fucking sees them. Very, very annoying.
Go straight.
Get rid of all punctuated spaces. Just Matrix figured out the. No, I'm good. We'll just post. We'll post like part 1 and part 2. So what we'll do is we'll post this one. This is part 1. Part 2 is here. And then we'll go back, edit that post, and the YouTube community post will do it all the way because YouTube's engineers are not stupid. So they made this the correct way. Okay, so that's part 2 is here. So we're just gonna do, I actually might need 3 parts to this. Do I? Oh my God. Fucking LinkedIn. Okay. So we're on.
Then continue straight. Go straight.
All right, I'm gonna have to like focus up on this. This is annoying because we're here. All right, whatever. And then we'll go back and we'll edit all these. So we're gonna post this one. Oh, wait, we post this to Twitter first. Heck yeah. Bam! Okay. I would very much appreciate if you guys support this post. That would be real neat. Not a lot of people try to do long form posts on here, so if you just like it or retweet it or something, that'd mean a lot. I put a lot of time into these. You're not going to see posts like this on X most of the time, so I'll link it here on Twitch and YouTube. Big appreciate if you guys actually end up doing that. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Okay, let's do the next one. I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna figure out how to do LinkedIn. post 1. Post 2.
Keep left and then continue straight.
Starts at because.
Go straight.
I also don't know what's going to happen if I post, like, in terms of discovery, if I post this many times, but it'll be cool to see. Okay, still got space. That's good. More. And we're out. Neat. So it'll be 3 parts. Very annoying, but what can you do? Okay, at least I kept my bold format. Part 2 is part 3. Part 3 is here. Part 3 is the next poster here. Okay, and we are at Twitch's managed here. Everyone. There's a managed here. Okay. Ding, ding. Part.
Turn right.
This post is part 3. I do not know if I'll continue
Keep left and then turn left.
using LinkedIn for this. It's very annoying.
Turn left.
Okay, now we go back and get all of the links for these and edit those posts. So this is part 1. The thing about LinkedIn is just like the quality of user on this platform is so high, man. It's just like so good. It's all CEOs, all like really, really high level people. Copy link to post. So this is part 3. All right. Does this link directly go to it without the extra tag? No.